this. So I'm gonna be doing a cool kind of episode. Like, what if Kushina's family visited over? We don't really know who Kushina's mother, father, brother, or sister have. So I'm gonna give her something. I'm gonna give her. I don't really know how old. I'm gonna say since Kushina was about like 30 or something during the Nine Tails attack, I'm gonna say she's about 45 now. No, but that would mean Minato's like 45, and you can't be that old. That's a hook. You know what? I really want to find out Minato and Kushina's age. I'm gonna say that Minato was about 25 when the Nine Tails attacked. So that means 13 years from then, he would be 36. No, he wouldn't. He'd be about 45. No, hold on, let me count. So in 25, the Nine Tails attack and Naruto was born. 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 34, 35, 36, 37, 8. So Minato would be 38 right now. So that means her brother, who would probably, I'm gonna say her brother, I'm gonna say her brother is about 20 years old. Now her brother is 25. Her sister is 26, and, well, actually, no, her sister is 24, who's a spoiled brat. The mom's a brat. The mom's a Karen. The dad's pretty chill. He's nice. And the brother isn't really jealous. He tries to act like an edgy boy. Even if Sasuke gets away. Oh, wait, no, yeah, this is after Sasuke leaves the village. No, this is before Sasuke leaves. Kushina's family visits over. One day they get a knock at the door, and Kushina enters it. Well, actually, Minato is home that day since it's his day off. Hokage office. So when Minato's home, he's reading a paper, and he's reading the newspaper, because, well, it's Minato. I don't know if he does, he's just probably reading. Then someone knocks at the door. Minato would open the door and say, "Oh, hello." So the adult, I'm not gonna say their names until they finally get in. So Kushina's dad says, "Hello, we don't have a place to stay. Do you mind if we stay here?" Minato says, "No, not at all." He lets them in, and Minato says, "Kushina, we have visitors." When hearing that voice, he goes, "Huh?" He says, "Kushina," in his head. "We have visitors," and then they'd walk in. Kushina says, "Dad? Brother? Mom? Sis?" Her sister's still a brat. And then I'm gonna make her mom the meanest person ever, and also her sister the brattiest, even more bratty than Naruto was when she was a kid. She goes, "Oh, shut up, mistake." That's what Kushina's mom says. "Look, I need content, and I need her to be as rude as possible." She said, and then Kushina's sister says, "Yeah, mistake." Minato says in a desk there saying, "You call my wife a mistake again, and I'll make you think you wanted to be a mistake." He says, "Yes, honey, you can't say that to your own daughter," and slaps his wife in the face. Because, like, you could slap someone if they really say something that's gonna hurt. So she says, "Oh, how dare you!" Her dad yells, How dare me? How dare you call your own daughter a mistake?" She says, "Well, she was. Her sister is so much better." So whatever. So they come in, and yeah. But then when Kushina's sister sees Minato, she goes, and gets a blush on her face. She goes, "Hi." He goes, "Hello? Hi. Yeah, get in here." So once they step halfway through the door, they hear 1, 2, 3, and the door slams open from Naruto's room, and you see Naruto's head hit the door, going, ah! Slamming his head on the door, and then falling down, going, duh. He's got X's on his eyes, and then his tongue is like, Kushina's brother goes, what the heck happened there? Minato says, I have no idea what they do. So, she says, kids, and so Minato says, would you like to meet our kids? Kushina's dad says, you guys have kids? He says, yes, 4 actually. He goes, alright, we shall meet them. Kushina says, kids, get out here! Kids, come out! Naruto and Taruto would walk out, while Christian says, I'm gonna go the swaggy way, and just teleports in. He goes, shing! When Kushina sees Christian, he says, wow, that's a little yellow flash. He's like a little yellow flash. Christian says, thanks, I guess? So they all introduce themselves in order, an age order. They're gonna go by youngest, oldest. Naruto says, I'm Naruto, the youngest. Naruto says, I'm Naruto, the middle, or the second. I'm the second youngest. Taruto says, I'm Taruto. I'm the second oldest. Christian says, I'm Christian. I'm the oldest. He says, they ask by years, months, or seconds. Kushina says, seconds. He says, they say seconds. And yeah. So then, once they all come in and they do all their greetings and all that crap, Christian walks back to his room. Naruto and Taruto say, Uncle, come on! And they yank him into the room, and they want to show him their dumbness, and what they do on a daily basis. Naruto's sister goes with her bratty mom, and Kushina's dad always is talking to Minato. When Kushina's mom walks into Christian's room, she sees that it's all light. She says, "Oh, it's so dark in here." Then a giant blue, purple, green, and red lights light up the room, going, shing. Christian is on the ceiling, saying, Christian, they don't know that he's there though. She says, Kushina, where is your son? Christian appears from down. Christian sticks his head down, going, who summoned me? He goes, ah! Falling down. Kushina's husband run over, saying, honey, are you okay? He says, the kid was hanging on the roof. He says, where? I don't see one. Christian says, who summoned me? And says, how are you up there? Christian says, chakra. He says, oh, do you know how to tree walk in water rock? Christian says, oh, hell yeah, I can tree walk and water walk. I can air walk. And they see that Christian's got a PC, a nice gaming computer that he does to work on stuff in the Leaf Village, because Christian is like the tech of the Leaf Village. He runs most of the stuff to help it out. The days where he's a day off, the Leaf Village is in its high-tech state, but when he's not there, it's in its normal tech state. Kushina says, oh yeah, the oldest, Christian, is basically the tech of the Leaf. That's why it's one of his nicknames. One of his nicknames is the Red Flash, the other is the Tech of the Leaf. They ask him why is he called the Tech of the Leaf. Kushina says that on the days that he's home, he works the leaf so it has much more power and much more lighting around it, so then more things run. He says, some days where you see the Leaf Village is really lit up at night, that's him working on it. He asked Christian how he does that, and Christian just spams the buttons on the keyboard. He says, no, are you ruining it? Christian says, nope, I just type this fast. He goes, blah, blah, blah. And then just finishes it off. He says, well, I'm done for the day. That should last us a couple of days. Kushina says, nice. He asks Kushina which one is the strongest. She says, out of all of them, who won the... Oh yeah, he also asks, are any of them Chunin or Jonin? They say... Kushina says, Naruto, and Taruto are Chunin, and Christian is close to the Anbu. Christian's actually close to a Jonin. He says, nice. Then Kushina's father asks Christian, what does he want to rather be, a Jonin or an Anbu member? Christian says an Anbu member, because it seems so much better than being a boring Jonin. He says, yeah, that would be pretty good. So Christian would be training. So at night, Kushina's sister would walk into a room when Kushina's just sitting there thinking. She says, Kushina. She says, yes. She walks close to her and says, if you don't hand over Minato, there'll be consequences. But then she feels a sudden squeeze. Christian says, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. And says, yeah, sorry, you ain't stealing my dad. I don't want you as my mom, you ugly. Basically, when Christian wraps around saying, if you ain't stealing my dad, you ain't being my new mom, you ugly. You don't even look like me. You ugly. Your personality's ugly. Your fashion sense is ugly. Go see Naruto. She has a great fashion sense for you. You ugly. You dumb. You're still probably a genin. And says, now Spider-Man needs to go back to his room and fix up the Leaf Village. So, while Naruto busts down the door and says, did I hear someone needs a makeover? Christian points at Kushina's sister and says, take her away. Now, Christian gets an alarm in his pocket. He says, oh, come on! He reads and says, great, the Uchiha need more power. I'll be back. He says, Christian gets a call from Sasuke. He says, yeah, Sasuke? Sasuke says, Itachi broke the power generator. Christian yells from his room, hey, what? Minato rushed into him and said, what happened? Christian says, Itachi broke the Uchiha generator. Now I have to go over there and fix it. Christian puts on brings his toolbox, and Kushina's dad asks, where's he going? Minato says, to go fix the Uchiha power generator. He says, he can do that? Christian jumps to the Uchiha base, making it and fixing it up. He says, dun. He says, next time, he asks Sasuke, how did this even happen? Sasuke said, me and Itachi were clashing fireballs, and then it melted the generator. Sasuke says, it was Itachi's fire that hit it. He goes, wow, what a way to blame him. Itachi says, that's what I said. He says, whatever, it'll be fixed. No payment. I don't need payment. I'm fine. I don't need money, because I basically do anything.
I just need a chip mixer.
Okay, you can.
You've got it messy in here, right?
I do.
We're cleaning it tomorrow.
Shh.
I don't know what I'm going to do during the week, though.
Shh.
Come Tuesday, then you
And about 5 minutes later, Christian teleports back and says, and his face is all black. He goes, Kushina's dad says, what happened to him? Christian says, the Uchiha generator happened. And I got electrocuted. Kind of, but I just absorbed it. Then, some oil spewed out and hit me in the face. I'll be in the shower. After that, Kushina's mom would go in Taruto's room and say, you! Clean up this room right now! It is disgusting! Taruto says, huh? What do you mean? I don't see anything dirty. And Taruto's room is perfectly clean. He says, this is not good. This is perfectly fine. Kushina's mom walks over saying, are you giving me back talk? And smacks him. He goes, and that was the biggest mistake she ever made. Minato appears behind him saying, oh, you slapped my son, huh? You slapped my son, huh? I like you cut, G. Hearing a smack. I'm kidding, Minato didn't go. When they hear a smack, he goes, ow, what the hell? They hear Taruto, and also they hear Kushina's mom in that room. Well, Naruto was just enjoying his time, bro. Like, Naruto was just enjoying. No one has done anything to him. Naruto, actually no, Naruto is with Kushina's brother, asking him if he's all kinds of good. So basically, this would happen next. They would rush in. Kushina would stampede into Taruto's room to see his mom having a bat hitting her son with it. Christian says, oh hell no. When Christian gets out, he says, well, Naruto rushes in the room, so does Naruto, so does Kushina's brother. And so does Kushina's brother. And Christian busts down the door going, he says, wait, the door's locked! And he can't open it. He said, well actually, Kushina's brother says it's locked. Christian says, everyone stand back! Everyone stands back. He goes, Rasengan! Blasting down the door. He says, Minato says, dang it, that was the 15th door this week! Kushina's dad says, 14th? He goes, definitely 14th. Christian says, out of nowhere, Kushina's mom hears an explosion from behind her. And then she sees lightning coming. She's a blue light behind her. Christian says, actually she sees a purple light. Christian says, Shiden! Electrocuting her mom, knocking her out. Christian asks Naruto to heal him up. Naruto would heal Taruto's injuries, while Christian drags her mom and takes it. Christian says, Genjutsu! Putting her in a Genjutsu. Putting her to the Nine-Tailed Steel Cage. When Kushina's mom wakes up, Kurama's right in her face, going, he goes, the Nine-Tails? Christian says, Kurama, shall we? Kurama goes, crushing her. Then blood streams down her eye. Not her eyeball, but like all around her face, blood comes down. He said, Kushina's dad says, what happened? Christian says, I put her in a Genjutsu, and it actually deals real damage to her. He says, why would you do that? Christian says, I made her feel the same pain that Taruto felt when she did it to him. It's the exact same pain tolerant. He says, So, after Naruto's fully healed, Christian said, and he's all ready, and the mom is being taken care of. Christian asks Naruto if he wants to go outside and spar. Naruto says, yes! Of course I do! And Kushina's brother says, ooh, I want to see this. Kushina's dad and Kushina's mom want to see how the two fare up against each other. Kushina's sister, but before that, Naruto is dealing with Kushina's sister, giving her a perfect makeover, giving her cool clothes, and asking her why she acts bratty. She starts bursting into tears, saying because she's jealous of Kushina, who is so lucky, having a good husband, having a good house, having good kids, and everything. She could not find anyone. She looks and actually sees and says, I see your problem. She says, what is it? She said, Naruto says, the makeup is disgusting, and wipes that all off and says, get that all off. See? Now you look perfect normally. She's wearing a nice sweatshirt, looking normal. Naruto says, see? And if you just stop acting bratty, it'll be all perfect. Naruto says, I was like you. I used to act bratty, but then I stopped. After something bad happened. She asks, what happened? Kushina's sister says, what happened? Naruto says, the beatdown of the night. She says, the legendary beatdown of the night? That happened here in the Leaf Village, right? Naruto says that she was the victim of it. She hugs her and says, oh my god, I'm so sorry for you. Naruto says that she deserved it, though. She says, what do you mean? And Kushina's sister says, I'll kill whoever did that to you. Naruto says, well, good luck doing that, because you'll just get yourself killed anyways. She says, what do you mean? She says, the real victim of it, the real person who did it, was Christian. But he had a good reason to. She says, what reason could it have given to make him do that? Christian's reasoning was she ripped his favorite plushie up. Kushina stitched it. A year later, she burned it. She says, that's an awful thing to do. Naruto says she was jealous that he got more attention. But then she realized the reason why he was getting more is because she was acting bratty, and he didn't. He acted normal. And she says, that was the worst pain I've ever felt, and he felt way worse.